Well, the Republic is rising yet again. Julian Assange told Fox News last night that he's got thousands of the deleted emails, as we knew he had, with Hillary knowingly signing off on the secret documents and basically trading in them for favors. This is more devastating than anything we've seen yet, and there's even more coming. The big question is, what type of scams are they going to run to try to divert from this? There is so much Trump news. We have Roger Stone, who is particularly spiffily dressed today, joining us. And he's got big breaking news coming up in about 5-6 minutes that deals with the state of New Jersey. But first, wow, I tell you, Hillary having 5-minute coughing fits. Then when she calls it a conspiracy theory, she has a coughing fit. A fake press conference, coughing fits. They're rolling oranges at her now to answer questions. This has entered Caligula-level bizarro-ness. Marie Antoinette on steroids. I mean, I just sense collapse and failure. And I love the smell of victory for Donald Trump in the morning. Briggs it too. What do you say, my friend?
It's an exciting time to be alive, Alex. I agree with virtually everything you just said. Trump is on the upswing here. CNN poll showing him leading by 1. Geez, that wasn't supposed to happen. Hillary gets miffed when asked about it. Continuing stories about her health based on our observations. They attacked both you and I last week by name, claiming that it was a vast right-wing conspiracy. No, we can see the woman's not well. It's obvious in her scheduling and her coughing fits and her falling down and her needing help up the steps.
And the EpiPen and the WikiLeaks where she wants Parkinson's medication.
You know, as we have said on this program, I think Julian Assange may have the keys to this race. Remember that in the Clinton Foundation scandals, the Clintons' defense has always been, you have no proof. Not, we didn't do it, but you have no proof. I mean, yes, we took millions from a Russian conglomerate, in essence, that wanted control of uranium production in this country, and we gave it to them, but you can't prove that those are related incidents. Well, perhaps Mr. Assange can prove that. Then you have Trump's incursion into the inner cities, is talking about what the policies of the Democratic Party have done for Black Americans and for our cities. And I hear that there may be similar trips in Baltimore, in Los Angeles, and other urban areas that are dying under the policies of the Obama administration. You have the warm-up for the debates. And Alex, I think the most important issue which you put on the griddle, will things get so bad that it only increases the chances that the Clintons will engage in both voter fraud and election fraud?
That was my first question for you, but I wanted you to have the out of the gates first issue. Well, I mean, they go from saying it doesn't exist 4.5 weeks ago, I'm insane, that's that crazy Texan, when they just stole the nomination from Sanders, to now, oh my God, the Russians, it's total fraud, Trump's working for Putin, Alex Jones, Roger Stone, they're evil, we've got to bring in foreign observers, all hands on deck. I mean, they did, I guess, want us to be able to point out fraud if they tried to pull it, so now they want to be the guardians of the election when they do try to steal it. It seems like a major blunder for them, am I wrong?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Look, as I said on this very show, watch the watchers.
You said it a month before they did it.
This will be done. So, look, I've never touched a nerve with the political establishment in almost 40 years of being active in American politics, like anything like the piece I wrote for The Hill, in which I cited the Stanford study that indicates that Hillary rigged the election against
They went completely ape over, talk about Streisand effect. I mean, that story was big, but it wasn't getting huge attention until they flipped out.
And then I cited the Princeton professor, Professor Appel, who shows that these machines can be easily hacked. I highlighted Dr. Bob Fitrakis from Ohio State Community College, a political science professor, his excellent work showing the hacking of these machines, the CBS video, and good God, the running dog lackeys of the Clintons, the Soros-funded Media Matters for America, and their so-called Correct the Record, which ought to be called distort the record, went insane.
So their entire narrative is imploding. Hillary is emblematic.
The Hill should block Roger Stone. C-SPAN Spain shouldn't even talk. We should block discussion of the potential.
So what does this signify? What does this signify? They tried to shut down discussion of election fraud and voter fraud. Now it's front and center. Where do they go from here?
And they see Donald Trump gaining. And they see him making incursions into Democratic turf. Therefore, their panic gets greater. And their attacks on us become more shrill and more personal. Alex Jones isn't running for president. Roger Stone is not running for president. Hillary Clinton is going to have to try to divert from the avalanche of bad news she has coming. I predict to you, Alex, here and now, that the Haiti scandal will blow even further open.
For those that don't know, she stole almost all the money.
Well, working closely with the Bushes, I think they stole their half as well. And the entire backstory of our actions in Libya, which have resulted in the putting women in Libya back 200 years to medieval times under Sharia law. And Black Lives Matter, unless you live in Libya, in which case Hillary Clinton bombs you and has to go to the national credit card to borrow the money to do so. So we can get rid of Gaddafi, a guy who has renounced his nuclear ambitions, who's sharing his intelligence.
Sure, so what would you do tonight if you're Trump? He only has 30 minutes. They're going to be attacking him. They obviously want to make him look like the gotcha moment. What do you predict about tonight?
Look, Trump is he's very good on his feet. He is, remember, he didn't come to politics from the world of politics and elective office. He came to politics as a celebrity on the world stage who handles himself very well when the camera's on. I'm not worried about his ability to handle her. He knows the book on her inside and out. The more he reads, you can read it in Clinton Cash. You can read it in my book, The Clintons' War on Women. You can read it in Dr. Jerome Corsi's new book. It's all there. This is the news about the Clintons that was suppressed in the 80s. And now you've got the breaking scandals and the failures of the Obama administration. Trump goes into
Hillary looks so shook up. I know we have a big announcement we're about to make. Hillary looks so, but we got plenty of time here. We can go over. We need to. I'm going to skip this break. Hillary looks so shook up right now, totally freaked out. Assange has given us hints how the media is being run by her, how she's got thousands of emails she's claimed she didn't have that are marked secret. He said that's coming out in the next week. And then even more, we can think about what those tidbits are, but we already learned that she's advising the Chinese president for money and from other world leaders. I mean, this lady is a whore politically.
Yeah, no, look, she's not a liberal. She's not a progressive. She's a crony capitalist. It's all about the money. It's always been about the money. Everything was for sale. Look, Bill Clinton, without any question, and I wrote it for InfoWars, Bill Clinton traded military secrets, missile technology secrets to the Chinese in return for Chinese funny money, Chinese campaign contributions that were laundered. That's treason. The statutes for treason have no statute of limitations, and the penalty for conviction for treason
Death.
Is execution or incarceration. So it's all back on the table. They're the ones who decided to get back.
Well, I'm not just saying this, and I know you're an eternal pessimist or realist, but I sense defeat of the globalists, defeat of the Clintons. I mean, I think, and I know there's still 60 days to go or 59 days, but I sense panic in their ranks. And so let me ask you this, and then we'll go to our special guest you brought us. What on earth do you expect them to strike back with? I mean, this is a wounded lion or goblin creature, Roger Stone of the StoneColdTruth.com. What do we look for?
Yeah, this is kind of ironic, Alex, because the problem is that they're already rolling out their old playbook and it's not working. Look, we'll just decimate Trump as a racist, as a bigot, as a misogynist. He's trigger happy. He's crazy. It worked on Barry Goldwater, but that was a long time ago, and it's not working, and that's what's making the
this is not 1963.
Number one. And number two, I mean, look, I really get tired of this. They continually attack me as a racist. I marched with Al Sharpton in favor of the reform of New York State's racist, draconian Rockefeller drug laws. I raised money for the campaign to reform that law. while the spokeswoman who calls me a racist for Hillary Clinton was not even in diapers. So calling Trump a racist is part and parcel, and it's not working. And
well, it's like we go out to this gay pride parade, they're screaming, Donald Trump hates us, he's horrible, and the guy was an advocate before anybody was. It's just these people are almost so dumb, they almost don't deserve Donald Trump.
No, look, I had Chris Barron, who's a very articulate gay community and Republican activist in Washington on my radio show, The Stone Cold Truth, last week, and he outlined the case for gay people in the post-gay marriage era, where that decision is at least currently a decided matter, one that I support, by the way, because I'm a libertarian. And therefore, I think gay voters are starting to shift to their personal safety after the horrific Orlando killings, and who will protect them from Islamic terrorists. And then, secondarily, they're looking at economic prosperity.
Come on, Hillary coughing and hacking and stumbling around is emblematic of a collapsed society.